My name is Terra Winston. I am a leadership consultant and executive coach. My company is Interactions, and I am the ringleader of Interactions. One of the critical things about being a strategic thinker, you start off with setting your vision, right? Once you set your vision, you need to translate that all the way down to your daily actions. So this is how I want you to use your expectations to help you do that. So number one, you start with your vision, right? So what are those strategic imperatives? And actually make sure you write them down. It's one thing to have them in your mind. Writing them down will actually give you a chance to make them crisper. Once you write them down, the next question is, who do I need to enroll to get this done? So that's where we're talking about building relationships, right? So is there someone on your team you should delegate to? Is there a key stakeholder that needs to be made aware of what's going on? So you start to process that and you start adding that to your to-do list. Now, remember, your to-do list does not necessarily mean that it's going to deliver all your strategies, but if you put it on if you start with your strategies, then your to-do list will absolutely get you across the goal, right? That's why we start at that level. Next, the question becomes, who do I need to be to make sure that I'm delivering on these strategic objectives? And that's where your executive presence comes in, right? So you start to look at where are the places that you might not be showing up in the way that people need to see. Now this becomes really interesting, right? You may have a great image around being a driver, but this is something that requires collaboration. Do I need to dial up that part of my executive presence so that people know that they can collaborate with me? So you start to see those are the pieces that may make it harder for you to deliver if you're not showing up in that way, right? What type of tone do you have in your organization? Is it in conflict with you being able to deliver? And if so, what are the specific pieces that you need to do on a daily basis? So give you an example of the type of task that will connect to a tone. I realize that I want my team to be more entrepreneurial because one of our goals requires lots of innovation. Well, how am I running my weekly meetings? Do I come in and bark a bunch of things at them and then wait for them to say yes or no? Do I let people run things? Do I need to make some slight twists to their operations to create a tone where I have them operating the way I want to? Right? Developing others. Who do I need to grow into this? Oh, by the way, that's what delegation is so great about, because you're actually dialing up their skills so that they can then do this and take over for you later, right? And then the last piece, driving for results. What are those milestones that we need to make sure that we're following? Who do I need to build more accountability with, because maybe they're not as great on accountability? So you can then use each of your expectations to help you look at all the specific daily tasks that will get you by. And unfortunately, that's where people miss out on. Oftentimes we know exactly what the to-do is to hit that one milestone. It's all the other pieces that make us successful. If you're interested in my webinar or other really great resources, please go to the SWE Advanced Learning Center. It's phenomenal. So the URL is advancedlearning.swe.org.